Hi, hello guys, how are you? This is your teacher Laurentino, and in this lesson we are going to learn, very important, we're going to learn, this is your lesson 2, so in this lesson we're going to learn modals, modals, if clauses, and gerunds to talk about unusual requests. So this is actually a very easy class to understand. So request is when you're asking something or for something, okay? So for example, can I borrow your laptop? Right, for example, can I borrow your laptop? We can say sometimes, it's like, sure, yeah. And another polite way to say this, is could you lend me, for example, 20 pesos? I don't have any money, so could you lend me? Me podrías, no? This is very, very, it's a very polite way to ask for things. So could you lend me 20 pesos, please? So could you lend me? Very important if you're talking about, for example, could Maria lend me 20 pesos? 20 pesos. Could Maria lend me? So whenever we have the modal verb could, and whatever the other verb is gonna be in base form. You don't say could Maria lends me. No. So could Maria lend me 20 pesos? Okay, so on and so forth, guys. Another way to ask is it okay? Is it okay if I take your chair, for example? Is it okay if I take your chair? Yeah, it is. No problem. Go ahead. Right? That's how you can answer. Okay. Another one is, do you mind? Do you mind if I close the door? For example, when you're in a meeting. Do you mind if I close the door when you're in a meeting? The way to answer is not at all. No problem. It's like, it's okay, you can close the door. Okay, so do you mind if? Very, very important. Do you mind if? Do you mind if I close the door? Okay, so on and so forth. And the other way is, would it be all right? Would it be all right if I work from home tomorrow, for example? Right? So would it be all right if I work from home tomorrow? The first question, for example, if you tell this to your boss, maybe he's gonna say, why? Why do you want to work from home? Once again, a possible answer here is no, not at all. It's okay. It is okay. Okay, so on and so forth. Another one is, would you mind if? Would you mind if I borrowed your new camera? Once again, these are, we're going from like least polite to more polite, right? So here it says, would you mind if I borrow your new camera? Would you mind if I took? Would you mind if I took your laptop? If I took your pen? Would you mind? ¿Tendrías algún problema o te importaría? Would you mind if I took your notebook? Notice this one. It's in simple past. Okay, very, very important. Okay, very, very important. Okay, Okay, so on and so forth. So would you mind? Would you mind if I took your notebook? Okay, so on and so forth. Okay, guys, let's continue. And would you mind babysitting my kids on Saturday night? So this one is very important. It says, would you mind babysitting my kids on Saturday? Would you mind babysitting my kids on Saturday? So the way to answer is like, yes, I would. No, I wouldn't, right? Also. And that's how you can answer here too, but we have different options. It's like, so would you mind babysitting? This one is very important because this is ing. So would you mind babysitting my kids on Saturday? Would you mind calling me tomorrow to give you an answer? Let's say you and I are gonna do business. So would you mind calling me tomorrow morning to give you an answer? Official answer. Okay? Official answer, so on and so forth. So you see, again, when you use it like that, you need to use the ing. So would you mind calling me tomorrow morning to give you an answer, so on and so forth. Okay, so this is very, very important, guys, that you understand this lesson. So remember, we go from less formal to more formal. And the last one, which would be, I was wondering if I could. I was wondering if I could visit you tomorrow. Or in the case, to talk about business. Once again, to talk about negocios, to talk about business. Or I was wondering if we could get together tomorrow to discuss or to go over the project. For example, this one you can tell it to your boss too. So I was wondering if we could get together tomorrow to go over the project, to check. This means to check or to revise, to discuss, so on and so forth. So guys, once again, can I, right? Can I, could you, is it okay if, do you mind if, would it be all right if, would you mind if, would you mind babysitting, ing. I was wondering if I could, so on and so forth, guys. So remember, we go from less formal to more formal. Don't forget, this is teacher Laurentino Lopez, and any questions you might have, any doubts, I am here for you, okay? You guys have a phenomenal night, morning, or afternoon, wherever you are located at, okay? So bye-bye.